start selling.
No, I just
10 minutes.
we'll aim for 140.
How you get
Exactly, yeah.
Posso ser um void score.
Oh yeah, no, we will. We will. I said it's very Instagrammable, and I did Instagram.
There's one.
Oh, the star ones with the monkey.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah, they're
like,
beautiful.
whoa.
Are
There's basically.
Don't you guys just travel with a little drum?
right. Okay. Right. Maybe.
I'm in after you're
Perfect.
talking.
Okay.
And basically, you're gonna say like TX.
Got it. Okay. Okay.
We want to see these projects being moved out. So basically, I just say the name. Really read this one. So just want to give that definition to them as they're
Okay.
coming up.
Yeah.
And this we start. And after the this is the same called new cipher.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, do we know if
Who you say?
okay. Loud?
volume is not here next to me.
Okay. Go through all of this.
Even though the venue is allowed. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
no. Get ready to celebrate. I mean, we'll try.
No, for sure. This is my cue to get off.
Okay. Do that. And that's it. Straight after this, right?
We're gonna not.
That's right. We'll have 10 people and switch out. Put this down here. What?
Go back.
Ready for the fumble in the jungle.
Okay, you do that.
Doing it? We'll start in 5. Oh, we can plug it in though. Yeah, yeah. He's in the other room.
Okay.
We just open. I'll be back. Yeah.
And you have the clicker?
Oh yeah, where's, oh, it's clickers there. Yeah, I'll hold clicker. Huh?
Oh, you're just. So if you're ever like falling off the step, that, right? Like, you can hold on to that.
Down.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're like, oh, like, oh, you're like, I got you now.
I like it. I love the fact that and you were like, I you are too. No, I like it. I like it. Oh.
Time to flip it. It's mirrored. I just need them to flip it.
Probably. share.
Everyone, hands up.
ETH Paris.
Hands up, hands up. Awesome. So, bonjour Paris, comment ça va?
Woo!
Ça va bien?
How's everyone?
So, I don't know if you noticed, but my co-MC is different. He's changed. Paris changes you. It really does.
That's for sure.
So, not Paris, Boris, is on his way to Canada to go spend some Canadian dollars. And so he's basically, woo! So we have Dennison here
Hello,
with
everyone.
me today. There he is.
Boris version 2.0.
Boris 2.0, that's right. So Dennison is a developer advocate at Zeppelin. Woo! And he's going to be, you know, my co-master of ceremonies for today. So let's get started. First of all, has everybody had a wonderful time? Yeah. Yes? Best one of the year so far? Okay. Excellent. So, just going through a few stats. What we did with Boris, Dennison, focus. So what we did with Boris is we read one bit me, one bit you know, keep it dynamic, keep
Yeah, all
it
right.
fresh. Cool. So, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'll start. So ETH Paris this year, we want to announce that we had 350 plus attendees, which is a great stat, right? That is really pretty fantastic. I think we should be excited, pumped about this, all of you here.
Very cool. And we're still at 42%, are new to the Ethereum space, which again is my favorite stat in this stack.
If anyone out there is new to Ethereum, can you raise your hand for a second just so we can see you?
Yes.
Yes. And did you like this? Was this helpful for you? Did this get you started feeling Ethereum?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Awesome.
So following on that, we had 29 workshops and talks late into the night. I saw a lot of you there as well.
That Club Mate really,
Yeah,
really
that's
did.
what you needed, right?
Yeah, it worked its magic. And we had 44 hacks submitted. Yes, that has been
That's you guys.
awesome.
Made possible by you
Very,
guys.
very well done. Very well done. And so, here are our 4 finalists. Can we do a drum roll? I mean,
Ta-da! So we have TX Flow,
Zippo,
Cleaned App.
and Pyromania. Okay, cool. I'm looking forward to that one.
If you guys can line up or sort of over here, right?
So get ready to basically present. What we're going to do is go through the demos in this order. So be ready once you see the team go off, then be ready to come on, but we'll announce it. But we also must mention the awesome runners-up. There have been so many great projects that we had to mention these guys. You've been amazing, so we're just going to go through them real quick.
GPU snarks, 40x improvement on snark-proof generation using GPUs, which is pretty amazing.
Woo!
Round of applause.
Fiat Friends, accepting crypto payments from friends using popular P2P cash apps.
Woo! Woo! ZK DAO, anonymous voting in a DAO using Aztec zero knowledge proofs. I just saw that one on Twitter too. Very cool.
X Rollup, layer 2 scaling, leveraging ZK snarks. Yes. I was like, oh.
QR token, cryptographically protected QR code powered token airdrops. Everyone loves airdrops. Free money. Free money.
That was a tongue twister right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. D4RM, decentralized forms for decentralized projects.
Very
Woo!
cool. Very cool.
Awesome. So what we will do now is call TX Flow.
The stage. So you can just
Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely. If you can just
Hold on. What is happening? Oh no.
We just
It's fine.
connected the
It's
just
fine. It's fine.
disconnected.
Oh.
We're good.
How can I?
Yeah, no, it's okay. Okay, good.
No, they were or. Oh, okay. Got it.
One, two, 1, 2. Can you guys hear me? Did you have a good hackathon? Nice. Okay, so basically we made something called transaction flow, or as we call it, TX flow. And what this gives is Ethereum developers an ability to trace a whole execution path of a particular transaction. And this is really important because we're building more and more complex contracts, both logic-wise and both state-wise. And if I'm developing a contract, I want to see if I handle all of the edge cases, if the state transitions are good, and everything else. But better than telling you, let me show you how this works. So, on the left, I have a local node running, and on the right, I can do make setup. And this will just do a normal truffle migrate, which will deploy 3 contracts to my local node and do a test transaction. Now, I'm going to copy the transaction hash, and while truffle is finishing up, just give it a sec. It's almost there, yeah. I'm going to do it. Okay, so basically, let's say there was a transaction that went wrong, but it didn't revert. There wasn't a required that broke. There was nothing, just the state change was incorrect. How can I debug this? So basically, I just start the app, go to localhost, paste the hash, wait for it to load, and we can see the full call stack of the whole transaction. And we can see it instantly mapped to the code. And now I can actually see what happened here. So I can see this was the entry point, for example, but I can also see input variables. So if you can see here, we can see I actually incrementing between calls. And even more important, if we go down here, we can see cross-contract calls if you see it when I move. So we have here controller store, and it called bank. And underneath, we can see that there was actually a to-an address. So I can actually debug the whole transaction itself. So that's basically what we built. You can try it out, both on DevPost and on GitHub. There's also a video of me doing this. So thank you, guys.
Yes. Okay, we need Zippo up here. Zippo. Woo! Thank you, TX Flow.
Hi everyone. So essentially what we try to do with Zippo is bring the usual experience that we have while doing web development to Solidity development. And in order to do that, we had to take care of the state. And we had a couple of ideas on how to do that. The first one was trying to inject the state directly on LevelDB, basically by looking at how GET interacts with LevelDB and trying to, in a similar way, just interact with it. But then we thought, why don't we build something that is actually not only going to fix our problem, it's also going to allow everyone in the future to build better development tools. So we actually introduced a new opcode for development that would be also available just while the development flag is available. And then we could basically just backlink the state of the new contract that is deployed to the old one. And one case of that would be if I had a big app and I have a mistake in one of the contracts. Oh, yeah, sorry. Basically, I had a mistake in one of the contracts. If I wanted to change just a couple of lines of that contract, I would have to redeploy everything, every contract that is in my project, which is very bad, especially when we have DAOs right now that are growing in size, and that development experience is just not there for us. So what we did actually is we just replaced the state of that contract, because again, I want to continue working on it. I want to be able just to change the line and keep working on the same state. I don't want to have the state reset and have to go to the initial flow and do everything backwards. I want to just be able to continue working on it as I have that experience in tools that are like Redux and so on. So basically, we built a hot for Solidity instead of React. Yeah, and he is showing you here that. Yeah, please.
Yeah. So what I basically did here is I created a factory contract that's using create2 method. But once I compile it, I change the FB byte that is bytecode of create2 to a new byte to a new opcode that I put on F6, which is basically taking removing salt from create2 and taking in an address. So what we're doing is we are just replacing the bytecode in a get. So we have the same state, but with the new bytecode, and that is really helpful for debugging and stuff like that. Also, what we can do from here is take some contract that's on public testnet or even on mainnet and just inject it in our local environment. So yeah, if you want to do a custom integration and with some contract that's on testnet and you need a state from a testnet, you can just inject it pretty easily. Yeah.
So basically, just to wrap up, basically you download the CLI, you just set up the project path. We look at the changes of your file, and we just speak with our server that then speaks with get, and then do all the rest. You basically just run the CLI with the project path, and everything else is done for you. This is just a nice way of what he showed before is just a nice way of showing that to you right now, but you don't have to use our UI there. It's just a CLI, you fire it on, and you have the states are replaced in the background. Thanks.
So if cleaned up can come on up. Come on down.
Thank you. That is our first time on hackathons. Yes, that was really nice. Thank you to all of us for the perfect time. It was pretty, really, and we can start. No, what is it?
Battery's dying. The battery's dying. So
It's crypto winter, yeah, I think. How much hours do you sleep this night?
me? It's just
0.20.
I apologize.
Well, okay. -3. It's you didn't sleep for this night and the night before, yes? No, we expect to spend some time with others. You ready? Okay. Mike jokes are ended.
Okay, I hope the demo works with that laptop. Okay, so this looks better. Okay, so we're CleanedApp. because we are cleaning the blockchain and cleaning the blockchain industry. The idea is that probably many of you have the problem that you have a lot of tokens that you don't really need. Like maybe you had a lot of airdrops, or maybe you participate in some ICOs, but now all these tokens are really nothing. Yeah, who? Yeah, so there are some people here. And so what do you do with them? So one of the things is a kind of radical solution that you can just burn them, you know, and kind of let them go with a bang. So the idea here is that on this dApp, you can burn tokens and make some statements, like publish statements. So here some people like tweeted things. It's you know, it's early. Oh, there you go. that was another tweet. So he doesn't know what he's doing, but anyway. But ultimately, this is a cryptoeconomic mechanic where to back a statement on this platform, you actually have to burn the token. So basically, you're attaching to some text that you post here a claim that this token is worthless, basically. And there are a few use cases for that. For one so let's say that you participated in a scam, like you were scammed. So you can burn it, and you can write here, it was a scam, and like screw them. Or maybe it was something else, you know, like you can write something like, I liked it, but it didn't fly. Or maybe something like, the regulator came for us, and now we have to burn all of it. Yeah. And these are cases for like when you have very few tokens. But another use case is maybe if you're a founder or you're part of the team and you actually have a lot of the tokens. So what you can do is burn, let's say, 80% of the tokens or all of the tokens because you're shutting down the project. And in the system, it'll give you a longer text that you can attach to that to that act. And you can basically write a full-fledged postmortem. So we did this kind of business model. It didn't work because of this. The regulator came for us. So now I'm burning all the tokens. And like this is the final statement that we're attaching to this token that is non-existent. So the idea is that this kind of like semantic like composing of information can really help the industry. And you know, if we really have some kind of website or dApp in this case where we have a list of everything that we tried to do and why it didn't work, that could be helpful. But you can also just burn token because you just want to burn token. Yeah, you can basically express yourself. What I want to say next? Yeah. All right. So I guess I'm gonna give the mic to my friend.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. So as you might have seen, the solution is completely decentralized. Like we have all the logic on the blockchain, Ethereum smart contract. These all things are the event logs, and we just cache them and show it here. So the front end is a static web page, since we want to keep that application decentralized. And that means that you can almost store your front end anywhere. You can store it anywhere. For example, right now it is Swarm. It can be Scale. It can be, if you like the centralization and the speed, you can host your own website on the Amazon even, but I'm not fond of it, but if you are, then go for it. So, yeah, and actually I didn't know that we would win, so I hadn't prepared the speech for that. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'll try to help a bit. Yep, I'm not sure if it's right here, but these tokens, they should be sorted by the percentage of all tokens burned. Like top one should be like 10%, 5%, 3%, 0, nothing percent, and so on. So if this, imagine, and the comments here could be some comments, but they will load later, and it's warm, so it's okay.
By the way, this is
Yeah. So yeah. So for example, if imagine it become popular for some reason, and I just want to be on top, and then I just go create new, completely new empty ERC20 contract, add it to the system, and just burn all the tokens. So I'm on top. To prevent this, we are using Oracle to actually check if there are enough transactions on this smart contract. We have set the limit of 1,000, so at least you need to create 1,000 transactions. And we've tried both Chainlink and Oracle Ice, and they both kind of difficult to use and quite expensive, I'll call it that. Yeah, so that's why we use Oracle Ice too. Yeah, and nice thing about this project is that actually like this percentage you can just count it like balance of this smart contract divided by total supply. And if there is like community of people who hate this project and they burn their tokens, like it's large amount, you can actually use it like a decentralized Oracle that this token is kind of, that community don't like it. So it becomes some sort of Oracle. Time's up, okay, I don't know.
Thank you. And want to say thanks to our partners, to Peter from the next team, who maybe you...
Yeah, so just a quick thing. Our friends from Pyro Token are actually giving you a solution on how to burn tokens. So imagine that when you press the burn, you're actually going to what they will tell you about right now.
And on that note, Pyromania!
Are you ready for some kind of fire magic? I don't hear you. As I said, the previous speaker, we also have a project about burning something.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay, so now let's. The gaming is end. Now we start to burn on mainnet the real tokens. So. So we start with these guys from one idea that, like, idea from era of romanticism is end. Like ICO, blah blah blah, unicorns. Now we get realistic and we realize.
With the fear we expected a time of S2O.
Yeah. Okay. So we built a big crypto economic value to that token that's still trading on some DEXs and so on. And we get you ability to like buy some tokens and burn them all right now on mainnet. That's what we do now on demo. And that's very interesting from side that we clean up Ethereum and clean up the storage. So we can buy all these tokens and burn them and make get sync quite easy and faster for the future. So it's really value. And we get the Pyro tokens that has a value. And you can send it, for example, for a charity or somewhere. And it get liquidity and moon math under the hood that Igor put to the smart contracts. So now we will burn all the cat tokens now, and here is the slots, how many slots we released in the mainnet. So Ethereum make cleaner. Let's burn them all. Okay, applause. Let's go. And some magic will happen as soon as transaction mainnet. So wait a bit. And we will see what happens now. So I get these Pyro tokens that has value. I can send it to Giveth or everywhere what accept these coins. And Igor, how long does it take? Okay. Did you get the gas price for?
I spent the fast.
Faster? Okay.
Yes.
10 seconds. Yeah.
About some details about our project. If you haven't any tokens to burn, you can buy it on the integrated exchange. We choose two. One is 0x and Bancor. Also, we hosted our project in two ways. One way is centralized.
Oh.
Yeah.
Once not released.
Ooh. The first way is you can find our project already. The internet is by paramaniac.io, and also you can find static files of our application in scale shared storage.
So now let's go to the moon math. Igor, can you just
Okay.
brief explain what it happens, why it's worth something?
We have no oracles here. We determine token price by free market and economy. So the price of token depends from square root of burning rate of token. So if somebody wants to burn the token more, the burn will be cheaper. That's why we reach a balance for each pairs of our pirate token and burnable token. That's all.
So only you can kill it with the fire. Come and burn them all the scams I saw. Thank you.
To any details, feel free to find us and we will ask you and provide more details. Thank you.
Connected with Apple Watch. Future. Wait, what do you mean connected? Okay. I'll go to the other side. Oh.
My clicker. Okay, so thank you, all the finalists. Can we give them another round of applause? That was amazing. Woo! Great showmanship as well. Great showmanship.
Yeah, I was impressed.
So what we're going to do now is go through the winners of the main sponsors. So I would like to call up first New Cipher, McLean, who is your winner.
Everybody, New Cipher's winner is Claim It. They basically built an identity management and claim tool. So basically, their idea is to use New Cipher potentially to share identity information, claim information that is private with other people. So I don't know if they are somewhere here, but they are our winners.
Woo! Thank you, New Cipher.
Thank you.
Up next.
For the Scale Prize, giving it on over to Chadwick.
Chadwick Strange, Scale Labs. We have five winners for our €500 award. So they are Collective, Ethique, Pyromania, Clean Dap, and Nanti. All right. Our grand prize for €1,000 goes to IO.
Woo. Thank you, Chadwick. Next up, we have 0x and Remco. Woo!
All right. So I saw wonderful entries. First prize goes to Go Mommy for doing an ENS market on 0x. Second prize goes to 12 months for doing a loan collateralized with Estonian cars. Thank you.
That's pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
That's straight up amazing.
Okay.
Next, we have Ave and Stani from Ave.
Stani.
Hey, Stani here from Aave. Our price goes to collateralized. It's 25 Ether. So basically, it's a interest rate swaps between MakerDAO CDPs and ETH, the decentralized lending platform. So basically, CDPs has raised Maker raised the interest rate to 3.5%. So basically, in ETH we have fixed interest rate, and basically collateralize allows to programmatically refinance the loan, which is good for Maker because then there's less CDPs and there's the PEG, and good for us because there's liquidity. So thank you for collateralized.
Thank you, Ave. Next up, Binance Tech.
Thank you. So the Binance Trust Wallet prize goes to a project called Universally Upgradable Identity Proxy. Right. So it's a proxy contract that there's a delegate contract on top of on-chain multi-sig wallets.
Awesome. Thank you.
Very cool. Thank you. Next up is Chainlink. Rory.
Hi guys, I'm Rory from Chainlink. We had a lot of great teams participate. We ended up giving 2 prizes. First prize was 1,000 USD worth of Link tokens, and the second prize was $500 worth of Link tokens. First place is Nanti, who created a DApp allowing someone to issue corporate bonds, in this case on Quorum, and to use them as collateral for instant payment channels. All right, so about $1 trillion industry. Next, we have second place, who is CleanDApp. And they did the, of course, proof of burn Twitter, which you saw up here, and also utilized Chainlink for their Oracle solution. So thank you again to all those teams that built on us. Hope to see you guys next year.
Thank you, Rory. Next up, DAOstack, Natalia.
So we had 3 winners. One was the French DAO, and they basically built a liquid democracy framework on DAOstack to empower French citizens. And yes. Then we also had Firestarter, and they were community-driven crowdsourcing platform, and also like very similar to Daiko. And then we have also OG, which generates a Merkle proof of having used a certain address in a certain block hash that can then be used as the proof for probably DAO voters moving forward. So that's it.
Ooh, thank you, Natalia. Next up, we have Ethereum Foundation. Alex?
Thank you. Hi, everybody. We had announced some prizes for scaling blockchains and zero-knowledge proofs, and the prize of $1,000 goes to XRollup for their work on Layer 2 solution for scaling, and also for their work on the tutorial which everybody can use to understand better how it works and to build their own zero-knowledge applications. And a prize of $500 goes to GPU Snarks for the work on fundamental infrastructure. And we're looking forward to these projects, and we'll be following the development. Oh, GPU Snarks is an implementation of part of the Snark prover on GPUs, which makes it much faster than doing on CPUs, and potentially also much cheaper. Thanks.
Thank you, Alex. Next up, we have ENS and Brantley. There he is.
Thank you. We had 5 prizes of $200 each. They went to Go Mommy, which created a registrar which would wrap your domain in an NFT for a marketplace. It was really great. Universal Login, which reduced gas for 80% for that ENS identity solution. It was great. Fiat Friends, that was mentioned earlier. They have a fully working Venmo to Ethereum bridge, which I thought was really cool, working on mainnet. They sent me $1, so I was bribed a little bit to choose them. It was very smart. And then Pyromania and CleanDApp. Pyromania used it for upgradability of their contracts, and CleanDApp made it so you could accessible on Swarm with an ENS domain. That was all great. Thank you very much. Oh, and to claim your prize, you have to have an ENS domain, all of those projects. So that's how we're going to send it to you. So get that ready.
Thank you, Brantley. Next up.
Finally, we have Arweave.
Woo!
Thanks. Hi. Yeah, so our winner was Claimit, who used the Arweave's PermaWeb to store the web application that goes with the dApp that they built. It's a really nice, clean use of Arweave's PermaWeb. Yeah, thanks.
Oh.
Awesome. So now, obviously, we all know that none of it, would be possible without our amazing sponsors. So I want you to get your palms ready because there's going to be a hell of a lot of clapping we need to do.
Get ready.
Okay, so.
First off, we have Scale and NewCipher. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys.
Next up, we have ADEX, Quorum, and Binance.
Woo!
Woo!
We have Aave, DAOstack, Chainlink,
Kiraku.
Kiraku, Near, ENS, ZeroX, Polkadot, Arweave.
Woo! Oh my God, brace yourself. Okay, you're gonna have to do my one. Provable, 1KX, Infura, Parity.
Bounties Network, UNICEF, Ledger, Fluence, Ethereum Foundation, Asset, 42.
Woo! Good clapping, everyone. And because we're chatting about 42, I think we can all agree this is an amazing venue. We've had some wonderful times. It's a great space. They've got great art on the walls.
Yeah.
I've taken so many photos, right? Who is Instagram stuff? Put your hand up. There you go. Jacob,
So
everyone,
centralized.
so many people.
Yeah, this location, guys, has been amazing. We really want to thank the location for hosting us, hosting everyone here. It just wouldn't be possible without it.
Also allowing us to eat and drink outside of the auditorium,
Outside of the auditorium.
was amazing. Thank
With
you so
pleasure.
much. Thank you, 42. Woo!
Put your hands together for 42. I wish I went to school here, by the way.
I know.
Right,
I
like-
now regret all of the schools I've
Yeah,
been to
yeah.
that were not at this level. Yeah. Oh, well. So, next up, we're going to get Kartik up here, who's going to tell you a few things about the prizes, a little bit about ETH Global. And without further ado,
Put your
here's
hands
Kartik.
together.
Thank you. Hey everybody, this is Kartik from ETH Global. I wanted to take a few minutes and just kind of talk about sort of all that effort and work that got put into this to kind of make this event happen. And I kind of wanted to start off by making a quick comment on sort of judging and sort of our judges. We had 20 judges this morning that kind of looked at about 44 projects. And they did all the hard work, and I'm glad that they did it because I saw them struggle on what should be kind of the top team or the top two or the finalists, and we saw a lot of back and forth on sort of how do we think about sort of what that looks like. So I'll kind of quickly comment on sort of that process, and then, but before that, I want to actually thank everybody from the judges' side that actually made this happen. So Sunny, Afri, Danielle, Jack, Scott, Ashley, Martin, Patrick, Peter, Dean, Griff, Simona, Thibault, Sean, Simon, Evan, Austin, Jack, and lastly, please, I want to thank you for all the time and work you put into judging, and we really appreciate you kind of giving feedback and encouraging the projects to work more. From the judging side, the way we do judging for all these events is we kind of parallelize the groups, and we randomly shuffle all the submissions, and they go to our projects. And when we kind of do that format, it kind of is for two reasons. The first one is we don't want to structure this as a competition where there's like an objective scoring mechanism to kind of determine who's like the best team or the best project. And also the secondary reason is this is how we can actually get people to just kind of get encouraged to build more. The downside in some cases is that you obviously see a lot of trends in different kind of venues and events because a lot of this is based on kind of what's interesting at a given time. So we kind of see some kind of interesting themes, and today we kind of saw about anything from burn to a lot of debugging and dev tools. And it was a really common thing on top of kind of zero knowledge proofs being super important. So kind of we wanted to just kind of say like this is from that process standpoint, like something we're gonna actually think more about and kind of see how we can actually shuffle that and add more rounds in the future. But I'm super happy to kind of see all these amazing projects that got submitted over the period of last 36 hours. It's actually really impressive that all these things kind of were just done and just started on Friday night. So I'm really happy to see that. So once again, thanks to all the judges and the teams that made this possible. On top of that, a lot of people that I want to thank in the process of making the whole weekend possible, starting with Scott, Bettina, Jerome, Megan, Ben, Claire, Emmanuel, Louis, Ling, Eric, and Ariel. They were our kind of volunteers as well as the people relied on for a lot of the logistics and making sure that event happens in Paris before the ETH Global team came in. And they put in so much work and an effort, and I really want to show our appreciation to all of them for making this possible. And of course, our amazing MCs, Simona, Boris, and Dennison, that kind of kept all of us entertained. And I know a lot of us are tired, including myself, but it's really great to hear the loud claps and all your excitement today. So thanks again to our amazing MCs. And lastly, the ETH Global team. There's 6 of us on the ETH Global side, and and only 4. There's. I'm not including myself. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of work, to be honest. But you might have seen a lot of us running around, making sure things happen on time, anywhere from kind of panicking about some last-minute scheduling changes to ordering 40 pizzas on a 30-minute notice, let's say on Saturday night, hypothetically speaking. But so I really want to thank Andrew and Heather from our team that kind of had a lot of the logistical and sort of the day-to-day venue stuff for all of our events. And then Jacob from our sponsorship team, and Josh Liam from the kind of all the other operational stuff we do, anywhere from sponsorship to making sure judging happens on time to our marketing and social media. And it's the team that kind of puts all their time and effort to make these events possible for everybody. They deserve that recognition. I want to make sure that we kind of point that out. So really big hand of applause for the ETH Global team. So lastly, we saw 4 projects come in and kind of present on stage. And essentially, I want to talk about what that actually means. You might have seen me kind of talk about this thing before, which is these ETH Global events are not competitive from the nature of we don't want them to be a competition. The way we kind of structure this is that they are sort of a way for us to surface interesting and kind of cool projects that are done over a weekend. And as a result, there's no notion of first, second, third. We kind of call our finalists the winners themselves. And this weekend we have 4 winners. And sort of what the prize is that we're actually going to give $1,200 per team in ETH to all the 4 finalists. And this is kind of on top from all the sponsor prizes that have kind of been given out. And as a result, like the 4 projects that did come on stage are our winners for this weekend. So this is what you guys win, and we'll kind of follow up with how we distribute the prizes after this weekend. And lastly, this is just like every other ETH Global closing ceremony. This would not be a good closing unless we kind of talk about what's coming next. So I wanted to take 30 more seconds to talk about sort of the next events we're doing. The first one is actually going to be ETH Cape Town, which is on April 19th to the 21st. We've kind of talked about this thing for the past few months. So if you're interested in attending Cape Town, you can still go to ethcapetown.com and kind of check out and look at the applications. And then lastly, the one after that is going to be one of our biggest events of the year, which is ETH New York, happening in May. So this will be right in the middle of the consensus week, where we will ideally kind of promote the build sort of mindset here again. And if you're interested in learning more about ETH New York, we're actually announcing all this stuff soon. So go to ethglobal.co and kind of sign up on the mailing list. And when we do open up applications, as well as sort of more information about the event and the venue, we'll kind of send an email to everybody who signed up. So New York is the next one after Cape Town, and hopefully we'll see a lot of you in these 2 events. And then kind of finally, I want to basically call up our MCs again for some closing remarks, and really looking forward to seeing all of you in the future events. And I really want to thank everybody for spending your weekend with us, working on kind of stuff that excites you, and kind of helping build this community. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kardec.
Thank you.
Kartik, everybody. So, I think this is it. I think we're gonna part ways soon, which is and finally, no, hold on. What is this? Oh yeah. Let's celebrate. Woo!
Time to party.
Time to party. So everything is happening in the food and beverage room that you are all accustomed to by now. There are free drinks and snacks that you can eat and drink. If you have a song to play, drop suggestions in music on Discord. So go back to Discord. You're all stumping around. Yeah. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone, to all the sponsors, locations, the hackers, everyone.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.
It's been ETH Paris. Great. Awesome.
Oh, shit. I didn't say about the feedback. That's fine. We'll tweet it.
Don't worry about it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Amazing. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Sure. Try to be Boris, you know. I don't know.
It's very tough.
Whose laptop is this? Jacob's.
Hold on, they want to see the winner slide again. This one? Or do you want that one?
There's no description.
No. You want to do the runners up as well? Okay, fine. No worries. Oh, we didn't take a photo.
We took a photo in the beginning.
We did.
That's why I did it in the beginning, because I knew.
You won't forget.
So now I should send that to us.
Yeah.
Hello. Thank you for a great event.
Dude, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So, I would like to talk about you about the global organization.
Yes.
I did 1 year ago in Moscow. So I'm from Russia. We did biggest, and I believe it's one of the best.
Are you in the Matter team?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So,
you know Alex Vlasov and
yeah. Sorry, what's your name again?
Peter Korolev.
Okay. Jack from Scale tried to connect us, but we were at the table and you weren't there, so
finally.
There you go.
Yeah. So I would like to say that I'm pretty excited. Yes, so I won a bunch of hackathons, like maybe 5, like 10, two Denver hackathons, Paris, Denver, with Berlin, and San Francisco with several places. And I like to organize hackathon as well.
Okay, cool.
Actually, my deep dive in Ethereum starts when I came to, in Moscow, in Kazan, in Russia, in hackathon. Okay. And Vitalik gave us our first prize.